I just learned a moment ago that Mikhail Kalashnikov, the inventor of the AK-47, has just died at the age of 94. He was one of the greatest inventors of the 20th century for guns, and his weapon is legendary for the fact that it can be used by anybody as young as 5 years old with minimal training. He was born in a family of 18 kids in 1919. He had to leave his village for the big city because his village could not support his mechanical ambitions of the time. And for his time within the Red Army, he was a tank commander and somebody who tinkered with machines to make them better and more efficient. When World War II broke out, he took command of a tank and rode it into battle. He was badly wounded at he was badly wounded, and during his time in the hospital, he heard of a lot of stories regarding small arms and how the Germans were efficiently using small arms to their advantage, such as machine pistols and the newly unleashed MP-44, rebranded Sturmgewehr 1944. And while he's recovering in the hospital, he goes into the business of making a machine gun. After many successes and failures in producing a workable design, he finally breaks out with the AK-47 design. Well, that's the final destination, but it's just better known as the AK-46 in the prototyping stage, because the year was 1946 when the gun was being tested for durability. He said that sometime during the test, the prototypes were strung up on a rope, dragged through the sand, not just only light layers of sand, I'm talking thick layers of sand, and without cleaning, they fired the weapons to see if they would work, even after it has went into some pretty nasty situations and pretty quote-unquote shitty places, as the Marines like to put it. And after much testing, his weapon was designated AK-47. First, AK-47s were issued to Special Forces before being issued to regular forces, and after it was issued to regular forces, it was then distributed worldwide. The AK-47 that we see in today's world is not actually an AK-47 at all, but an AKM. Although the AKM and AK-47 are very similar to one another, the AK-47 in comparison is a little heavier and a little more harder to produce than the AKM. Kalashnikov, since the mass production of the AK-47, never received 1 penny off of any of his weapons. He got a little bit of compensation, but in place of all the money that he would have earned, he earned endless amounts of awards and honorary ranks in the Soviet Union, followed by Russia after the Union had dissolved. Just 4 years ago, he was given the honor Hero of the Russian Federation after he had turned 90 years old. Before Kalashnikov died, he said that he had mixed feelings about his weapon now that he looks back on it. He said that he wished that he had invented a great lawnmower that regular common people could benefit from, but since he invented a gun, everyone would recognize him for that, just like John Browning before him. I just wanted to chime in my 2 cents on and this breaking news I just learned a moment ago, and I hope you can bear with us just now that another great inventor of the 20th century has just passed on. Thank you.